Hello, hello, Gemini. This is Miss Joan of Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill, and I am programming the cards for you for February. And we are going to see what is going on. I am changing things up as I am wont to do, and I will be posting these videos, these first videos of the month, and I'll wait a week, and then I'll post the next videos for the month, for the next week, right? So then you can watch this one and compare the week you've been through to the week that's been, and then go ahead and look at the week ahead, right? So every week I'll be posting more videos, and that's what we're going to try next. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these cards all done, all programmed up for the month. I'm running into so much glitter left over from January because, well, who doesn't bring it in with glitter? So here we are. Now I'm going to go ahead and program these for the first week so that we'll be ready to go at the end of the overview. We think, right? Not every shuffle is perfect, but it's all good. You know, that probably would make a Gemini crazy. Funny. Now let's just see what's going on. These are setting aside. These ones are going up. And yes, I have a cat. Still have a cat. Same cat as before. These are, of course, going to be the 4 columns of this month. All the cards will face me. It doesn't change the meaning of the card. It just means I don't read them upside down. I'm going to go ahead and pull them over here like so. We'll go ahead and add. These are where we are. These are what's blocking us. And then we'll get into the solution, right? Perfecto. So let's just see what we're going to get into here. Alrighty, put those aside. The first week of February, we have the 3 of Swords coming up for you, Gemini. And then we follow it with the 2 of Swords immediately, and then the 5 of Swords. So a little bit of power issue going on here. Looks like the first thing we're going to talk about how it's very important to keep your ideas to yourself. The 3 of Swords is very strong in the area of wanting you to not give away your power. People sometimes take our power out of context and use it against us. So we want to not do that sort of thing. We want to not support that. So if we just keep ourselves to ourselves, we can have grand ideas. We can, journal about it and save up ideas, but we don't want to push our power too much or give our power away to other people because we're oversharing and letting them pick up the good news and the good stuff that we have coming. All right? So the area where we're blocked looks like the 2 of Swords. So the 2 of Swords is always talking about vulnerability. And in this case, I'm not getting that you need to get vulnerable in this situation. In this situation, I'd like you not to be vulnerable because vulnerability won't get you where you want to go in this situation. This is going to be a blocking situation. So keep your wits about you and stay strong because you're taking your power back. The 5 of Swords is here to tell you that you are taking your power back, and I want you to do that. So this is a very intense week, all about the power. We're going to keep on that note as we come up to the next week, February 6th through the 12th. We are looking at the 10 of Swords right here. And the 10 of Swords is very strong, and it's telling me, oh yeah, you've used your power in the past. You are understanding how your power works right now. And that is very important. When you understand how your power works and how you can use it to be a good king and to support other people, wonderful things happen. And we want that for you. We want that to be a very good thing in your life. Uh, an area where you're blocked is the death card. And the death card is talking very simply, not about necessarily anybody dying, but very simply, um, we sometimes do ourselves a disservice when we hang on to something too long that no longer serves us. It may have helped us in the past. It might have been be a way of thinking, a way of dressing, a way of interacting in the universe, or even physical stuff that is getting in the way of you moving forward with what you want to do in your life. And that is important to understand and comprehend and consider the possibilities that if you're blocking yourself with stuff, go ahead and clean out your closets. If you're blocking yourself with the way you think, then it's okay to like regroup, dig deeper, come up with a new plan, and see what you can do. Maybe the way you're handling your power in the past isn't serving you anymore, and you need to regroup how you handle your power and allow for a new way. All right, because we have the Ace of Wands is coming up here, and it's usually the gift of a new idea. So we're excited about a new idea, and we want you to have that new idea. So allow the new idea to come in and be supportive of you in a way that you weren't expecting. All right. Now, the next week being the 13th through the 19th of February, we are looking at the Queen of Swords. There's a lady who's very much so in charge at issue right now. I don't know if that's you or somebody else you know, but there's some very intense energy. She's a wicked little woman, or quite bossy. So keep an eye out for her. Make sure it's not you, and know that Temperance is the next card down, which is talking about how, in this way of being sort of go with the flow, may not be the best way to go in this situation. So while we have managed to have ourselves going with the flow in the past, with this person, you can't go with the flow. Especially if it's you. You can't go with the flow. You have to push yourself and push other people to do what you want to do. Super fun. The good news is that the solution here is talking about the Six of Swords, which is you using your power to help other people, which we talked about, you addressing how you use your power in the past. Here you are, the lady in charge. Probably use that power to help other people. It's going to be so much easier to get people to go with you if you're helping other people. It's going to be great. I'm excited for you. King of Wands. The week of February 20th through the 26th, you have the King of Wands coming up. And the King of Wands is very simply somebody of like mind who is going to be supportive of what you're thinking and wanting to be of service in some way, play a part, right? You are the one to give him the role if he gets one. Realize that you're also the area where you're blocked this week is the Ace of Swords, meaning that you may be getting too much control, or maintaining too much control. And there's nothing wrong with delegating to other people. In fact, delegating can be a huge win in this situation. So we want you to consider the possibility of delegating the work to someone else so that you can be free to do something else. There's something else going on where there's a financial benefit to be had. This is the Three of Pentacles, which tells me that the solution this week is to delegate the other stuff so that you can work the behind the scenes magic that you do, because that is going to be where you win. All right. You will be working towards a common good for everybody in play, but the physical labor can be done by someone else who also knows the score. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and set these cards over here along with these cards and these ones so that we can go in depth on these three cards right now. All right. So let's go ahead and use these cards as we've already shuffled them and they are ready to go. go ahead and see what's happening and what the supportive information is. Let's just see. So we had the Three of Pentacles, or Three of Swords. We were talking about the control issues and managing our power without giving away all our stuff, and maybe keeping things under a hat, right? Two of Pentacles is playing underneath it, which is talking about, this is about your financial balance, keeping things financially balanced and not telling everybody what you're doing, and then fighting for what you want in this area financially for yourself so that you can get where you're going. But you know, you don't have to tell everybody what you're doing, okay? This is the Two of Swords. We talked about an area where you're blocked, and the area being that this vulnerability won't help you at all in this moment of now. Your wishes, the Nine of Cups is your wishes being fulfilled, and the Ace of Swords being the gift of new responsibility. Interestingly, these things are supporting the blockage due to vulnerability. And I'm going to say that you may not be getting every single thing you want. Every wish that you want may not be fulfilled. Lord knows you may or may not want more responsibility, but it's on the table as something that will be in your way. All these things happening, maybe like home things that are getting in the way of you doing your work things. Keep an eye out for what's going on and see how that plays. I'm not really getting a super vibe about how that plays. This is, of course, the Five of Swords, and you are in a position to help others or take your power back from whatever the situation was where you were keeping it under your hat over here, but you're taking it back over here. So that's good. You have the Four of Wands, so there's a marriage of ideas, meaning that there's people coming who will support you in what you want to do, and it's important for you to stay afloat and stay on top of how you're handling that. You're going to be basically you're going to be in charge of this partnership of ideas, and that's very good stuff, along with new ideas coming in. So I see some new energy coming in that's going to benefit you, and it won't be all fighty energy, argumentative. It doesn't feel like it's going to be that way forever. So the way you start the week, all secretive and crazy, it seems to be coming out as like these three are all about one thing and this is all about another. So I feel good that what's going on will become a very beneficial partnership / way of sharing ideas, etc. When you get to it, it's going to be great. Okay, so if this works for you and rings true, go ahead and hit the like button down below, and in my comments I will have more information about other things I'm into if you're interested in that, private readings, blah blah blah, and I will talk to you next week. Thank you.